서브캐 같은 거 궁금한 거 있으면 그냥 너가 얘기해.
오케이. 뭐 진행하면서 보면 알겠지 뭐.
그 사람들한테 말 걸 수 있거든.
아,
지나가다 말 걸고 싶은 사람 있으면 얘기했어.
뭐까지 했더라?
이제 여기 서브캐 다 끝내고 이거 근데 사실 아무데나 가도 되긴 해. 내가 알기로는.
아, 뭐가 먼저일 필요는 없다 이거지. 솔직히
나는
가장 궁금한 거는 그 생각해요. 백작 저거 도움을 난 못 받을 거라고 생각하지만 그래도 백작한테 한번 가볼까? 드워프는 조금 밀어두고 싶어. 복수극을 할 거기 때문에. 제발 이거 억지로 복수극 안 막았으면 좋겠다. 반지의 제왕 그 장면 생각난다.
약간 비슷한 느낌이야.
그 오크들이랑 막 엄청 모여 있는 그 장면.
약간 비슷한 느낌. 야, 잠을 밖에서 자니까
사우론이랑 저 용이랑 바뀐 거 봐배. 뭐 잘못 먹었나 봐.
Drank more like, as in the tainted blood.
아, 그건 그러네.
Remember? You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know.
나름 스파이 같은 건데 그러니까 좀.
약간 절대 반지를 항상 끼고 있는 느낌이지. 근데
그러니까. 막 2번.
He did. He said he felt the Archdemon's presence. Everyone just assumed he was guessing. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first.
아, 그 확실히 그 뭐지? 밖에 사람들이 막 그 싸우고 돌아와서 막 미쳐버렸잖아. 그런 이유가 이건 것 같다. 2번.
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
여기서 이제 걔는
왜 갑자기 퀘스트가 늘어나냐?
프리미엄 퀘스트?
이거 DLC인 거 아니야?
맞아. DLC도 있어. 병사의 봉우리.
그럼
DLC를 내가
그 위치가 어딘지는 알 수 있어? DLC?
뭐 이런 거지.
아, 눈앞에 바로
Hard
있네.
man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins, Levy the trader.
그냥 1번 해야겠다.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
아, 지금 왜 다음 대사가 안 나오지 하고 기다리고 있었네.
다음 대사가 안 나오는 건 1번? 항상 선택지가 있기 때문이지.
Well, pass a bit checkered to
아,
see.
이게 너무 거리가 많이 떨어져 있으니까 이게 이거 상대방 말에 집중하다 보면 내가 말하는 타이밍이 안 보여. 난 저기 그 얘 머리 정수리 쪽 보고 있는데 갑자기 저 아래쪽에서 내가 할 대사가 나와버리니.
그렇긴 해. 화질이 안 좋았어.
2번.
Hard to say. After King Arlen died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one, and our family was on the run, hunted by enemies. with nary a friend in the world.
동질감이 생기는 걸.
We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
2번.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that.
2번.
Ask for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honor.
저게 우리가 싸웠던 거기가 아닌가 보네. 2번.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years
오,
back. So I
이제
went to Duncan
발견했구나.
with it, and I said that he could reclaim the old base, and my family could have its honor.
3번.
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics.
뭐 오래된 유물은 별로 관심 없는데 솔직히. 오래된 유물이라 해봤자 보물 이상의 것이 있어? 뭐 전설의 검 같은 게 이 세계관에도 있을까?
있어. 유물 같은 거 강력한
있어?
유물 같은 게 있거든.
아니 여기 세계관에서도 옛날 것이 더 강한 그런 세계관인 거야?
바로 정답이야.
이런 썩을 현대 기술자들은 도대체 뭐 먹고 자고 그냥 싸고 있냐? 야, 뭐 와우나 그런 거 뭐, 하여간 그런 데서 당연히 최신 제품이 가장 좋아야 되는 거 아니요?
약간
진짜.
리스크가 너무 커졌기 때문이지. 대재앙 같은 리스크들이 등장하면서.
아 그래가지고 그런 걸 만들 틈이 없었다 뭐 그런 거.
다 로스 테크놀로지가 된 거지.
그러니까 한두 번 망해버리니까 이만큼 발전했는데 망해버리고 요만큼 발전했는데 망해버리고 그런 느낌인가? 1번.
A thousand blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location
솔직히
on
말해서
your map.
그 좀 뭐지? 모험거리가 생겼다는 게 굉장히 그 내 흥미를 땡겼어.
It's good to see you, my
Oh.
timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick at your service once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
그냥 뭐야 당신은 서브퀘 아니었어? 1번.
Wonderful. Thank the gentleman, won't you, boy?
Thank you, sir.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. You should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed. He can fold lyrium
자기 아들이 아닌가?
almost any
아들이 맞아.
piece of art.
맞는데.
Though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform. But my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment.
And there you have it.
애가 좀 서번트 증후군 그런 애인가?
Enchantment.
정확히는 그 마법사들이 말을 안 들으면 스타에서 마린 제사유화 시키듯이 시켜버리는 그런 게 있는데 약간 그런 거 당했다 보면 돼.
그걸 당한 거야?
그거랑 비슷한 걸 당했던 걸로 기억하는데. 그걸 평온화된 자라고 하는데 스토리가 정확히 기억은 안 난다. 대충 그거랑 관련된 애였어.
기구한 친구구나 쟤도.
템 다 꼈나?
네가 그런 슬픈 사연을 들었다고 내가 바뀔 것 같아? 당신 상점에 있는 물건 전부 내가 사주지. 할인되지 않은 가격으로.
I am grateful. 'Tis
그래
thoughtful
최대한
indeed.
그 사람 이름 박힌 선물은 그냥 싹 다 투자해 버려. 양꼬치는 서브퀘 없냐?
몰라? 있을까?
아, 그래?
걔가?
해본 적 없냐?
자,
있으면
알리스터에게
웃길 것 같긴 한데.
선물을 줄 것인가 말 것인가 너가 결정하자.
당연히 줘야지. 어차피 쟤 아니면 받을 애도 없잖아.
너가 마음에 안 드는 애는 선물을 안 줄 수도 있지.
아니 지금 얘네들끼리 티격태격되는 거 너무 재밌어.
지금 이런 데서 이제
자기
애들이랑 얘기할 수도 있어.
얘기를 꼭 해야 되는 건 아니지. 딱히.
뭐 그런 건 아니고 그냥
그러니까 한 마디씩 한번 걸어보자. 뭐라고 하는지 궁금하니까.
What do you need?
2번.
Ask away.
그래 4번. 이건 물어봐야지. 솔직히 나머진 관심
Did
없고.
I say that? I meant the dogs raised. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfels. A whole pack of
Eh?
them, in fact.
응? 개가 키웠다고?
걔가 아니라
뭐야,
개새끼들이란 뜻인 것 같은데.
아니 그러니까 진짜 뭔 소리야? 그 이몬백작이 어떻게 해서 도와줬다고 하지 않았었어? 뭐지? 1번.
Well, if you're going to go and pay attention to the facts, then fine. Let's
Ah.
see. How do I explain this? I'm a bastard.
그러니까 그 욕이었었구나 그냥.
My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Our Lehman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
1번.
Our Lehman eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Isle didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
이 네 가지 반응 중에 내가 하고 싶은 반응이 하나도 없는데. 내가 하고
가장-
싶은 반응은 그렇구나가 끝인데. 별로 이렇게 감정을 난 담지 않았는데. 정말 그냥 정보를 원한 거라서.
4번 정도
그냥
아니야?
1번 해야겠다. 아니 그냥 그럴 수도 있지 뭐.
I wasn't raised with the Isle's son, though. if you're
그러니까
picturing
별 긍정도 부정도 없어 딱히. 내가 이 얘기를 들었을 때 얜 이런 인생을 살았구나 정도지.
with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so
아이고.
furious at being sent away. I tore it off and threw it at the wall, and it shattered. Stupid thing to do. The Isle came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
음. 1번.
I think so, yes. This news we've heard about him being sick disturbs me, though. I wonder if we won't discover that Logain has come to the same conclusion.
그러니까 알고 있는 정보 결국 이거밖에 없구나.
There is to the story.
딱히 확실히 뭔가 도와줘야 되는 그런 의무가 있는 것도 아니고 그냥 옛날에 그 친절함에 지금 기대려는 거였구나.
그리고 뭐 일단 정적이기도 하니까.
뭐 정적인 거는 근데 뭐 나중에 알게 된 거긴 하지만 나는 여튼간에
Yes?
얘기 좀 합시다.
Well, here I am.
네 직업이 왜 도적이야는 없네.
3번이
이거.
그런 거지 뭐.
그러네 3번으로 하자. 3번으로.
What
이거
is meant
욕인가?
by someone like me?
그 직업이 도적이라는 말이 4번 그래.
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The chantry provides succor.
처음엔
a
그랬는데.
safe harbor to all who seek it.
야 그렇게
Choose to
생각할
stay
수도 있지 뭐.
And become affirmed.
그 전 일은 솔직히 그 직업을 보니까 그렇게 궁금하진 않고. 2번?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
2번.
The chantry does not pride, and you should. I desired time apart from the world. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais.
난 그렇게 말하면 난 그만두려고 했는데 본인이 그냥 얘기를 다 해버려.
With applause and coin.
난 그렇게까지 자세한 정보는 알고 싶지
Well,
않았는데.
you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
좋아 그냥 넘어가지.
음유시인이라는 직업이 약간 스파이 같은 거야.
진짜 음악을 하고 다니는 그런 방랑 음악가가 아니야? 여기.
그러니까 바드들이 약간 그런 게 있잖아. 여기저기서 소문 주워 들으면서
그런 걸로 이야기 만들고 막.
정치계에 가가지고 얘기하고 약간 이런 느낌으로 그런 느낌이죠.
What do you wish of me?
그리고 참고로 여기서 대화 선택지 잘못하면 호감도 떨어지거나 늘어날 수도 있어.
뭐 그럴 수도 있겠지 뭐. 1번.
If
늘어나는 건 관심 없고. 4번?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
겁나 쩌는 대마법사. 없나?
그게
2번.
2번이지.
You mean, is she truly the Flemeth of legend and story?
솔직히 이게 제일 궁금함.
How much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
1번.
I see. That does explain much. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis
그래.
the truth.
솔직히 좀 궁금하긴 했다. 그 할머니 얼마나 쩌는 마법사인지. 1번.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young.
야 그거 당연하지.
A fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
뭐야. 별로 그냥 말 끊지 않고 들으면 안 돼? 1번.
Many centuries before this land was even named Ferelden.
이야기에 집중하고 있었더니 계속 이 캐릭터 강제로
fell in love with Osen the
질문하게
Bard,
만드네.
and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
2번.
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and
여기에 복수기가 되게 많구만. 2번.
That was not the point. Conabar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
1번.
You would be surprised at how little my mother cares for what I or others think of her past. The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
1번.
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Often it seems her bitterness has colored her memories.
물론 딸로 있었으니까 그래도
Yes, I
되는
believe
건가?
this tale, if not all.
아, 어허. 1번. 뭐 별로 궁금하진 않지만 그냥 선택지가
The demon
있으니까.
within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it
그러니까
lucky.
불로지 불사는 아니라는 거야?
그렇지.
어허. 3번.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
진짜로 엄마가 죽은 거야?
그치.
아, 그랬나? 1번.
Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
뭐야, 나에 대해서 물어보면 개쩌는 얘기를 해줬을 텐데. 아쉽구만. 야, 호감도는 왜 증가했어? 그냥 쟤네 엄마에 대해서 궁금했을 뿐인데.
이런 식으로 재미있게 얘기를 하면 호감도가 올라가지.
어허.
Indeed.
Yes.
애완견한테 노동을 시킬 순 없지.
이제 아무데나 갈 수 있는 거야. 이렇게.
아까 거기로 가자. 그 뭐지? 그 무슨 백작 있는데. 이 노래.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
1번.
I told you before how Al Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
3번까진 좀 그렇고 2번.
Ha! Yes, I guess it does at that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret.
뭐 그게 맞지
I've
사실.
never talked about it to anyone.
저거 떠벌리고
Everyone
다니다가
knew
그
either
뭔
resented me
일을
for
당할
it
줄
or
알고.
coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of
똑똑했구만.
fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
아니, 숨기는 게 맞지. 1번.
Oh, good. I'm glad. It's not like I got special treatment for it.
니들도 내가
Anyway, that's it.
그 드워프 왕국 차남이라는 거 모르잖아. 유리하게 이용할 수 있을지는 솔직히 모르겠다. 오히려 지금에서야 나타난 이유가 뭐냐 하면서 막 그럴 것 같은데. 그냥 2번 한번 해봐야지.
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very
본인도
clear to me early
질색하는구만.
on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard, oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have
최대한
it. Now
밝히지
can we
말고
move
있어라.
on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
2번.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
초회차에 당연히 나도 2원을 골랐지.
아니 저런 식으로 선택지를 주면 어떻게 참음?
저걸 어떻게 참아 진짜.
선택지를 준 너네들이 잘못이야.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
당신이 뭔데요? 2번.
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
당연한 거 아니야? 2번.
He could be dead for all we know.
응?
Nobody's heard from the castle in
Ah.
days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's
성
been
밖으로
fighting.
나와서 공격을 했다는 게 무슨 소리야?
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous.
방금 그 말이 뭔 소리야? 성 안으로 침입한 게 아니라 성 안에서
No owl,
나왔다고?
no king to send us help. So many are dead, and those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry.
야 이거
Nobody does.
뭔가 그 시나리오가 그려지는데? 야 그 저 왕 아까 누구였지? 저기 공작이?
백작?
이름이?
이문백작?
이문백작.
Yes.
이문백작 살리려고 지금 악마 소환술 같은 거 한 거 아니야? 왜 성 안에서 나와? 뭔가 느낌이 쎄한데? 오늘 에픽 게임은 뭐 들어온 거 있나? 재밌는 거.
오늘 그거임. 울펜 2.
있나? 있을 것 같기도 하고.
전에 뿌렸을 걸?
이거 뭐 세력을 규합해서 막아낼 수 있을까? 다 좀 많이 힘들어 보이는데?
They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
의무고 뭐고 씨.
Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the R.
I remember
yeah.
you, Van Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud. Alistair?
아, 라이브러리에 있네.
Isn't it? You're alive. This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
1번.
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Kalen risked
아 이게
everything
나라마다
in his
좀
glory?
그 이게 뭐지 받아들이는 그 느낌이 다르겠다.
Loghain
정치권에서
calls
이런
the
식으로
Grey
의견이
Wardens
갈라지.
traitors, murderers of the king.
잠깐만.
언론이 하나가 아니지
It is an
여기는.
act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you.
나쁘지
I
않아.
wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem.
아, 아직
He
돌아가시진
is
않았구나.
gravely ill.
다행이다.
No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things.
또 성에서 몰려 나왔다네.
We drove them back, but
그러니까 성이 백작이 살고 있는 성이 아닌 거야?
맞아 맞아.
근데 성 안에서 나타났다고? 성으로 몰려 나온 게 아니라 저 번역이 잘못된 게 아니야 지금?
아니야.
아니 얘네들이 땅굴망이 됐나? 그 스케이븐처럼? 2번 일단 물어봐야겠다.
근데 어둠의
악마야,
피조물이면은 알지. 어둠의 피조물인지.
아 악마는 다른 거야? 아 나 그 악마랑 어둠의 피조물이랑 그냥 그러니까 어둠의 피조물을 보고 악마 같은 놈들을 그런 느낌으로 말하는 줄 알았어. 스케이븐이면 가능하긴 한데 일단 스케이븐이 아니니까 2번.
Some call them the walking dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human
아
flesh.
언데드야
They hit
이번엔?
again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Kalen dead and Loghain starting a war over
그래
the throne,
그
no one
저
responds to my
워해머에서도
urgent
카오스랑
calls for
언데드는
help.
다르게
I have
부르긴
a
하지.
feeling tonight's assault will be the worst
둘 다 내 적이지만.
Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without our Lehman.
아니 1번 말고는 둘 다 거절밖에 없어? 좀 더 설명 좀 해보라고 뭐 그런 식으로 얘기를 하고 싶은데.
바로 거절은 아닐걸? 다른 선택지들도.
2번이? 일단 2번 해봐야겠다. 바로
Isn't it?
도와준다고 하겠죠.
You're a Grey Warden seeking Eamon's help. He simply needs your help first. What do you say?
2번.
By all means.
그래 2번 일단.
I tried. Our one attempt at an organized evacuation resulted in an immediate attack. Yesterday I found out these creatures attack those fleeing on their own, even during daytime. Whatever lies in the castle wants this village dead.
이게 그러니까 보통 성 주변에 마을이 있잖아. 근데 마을 밖으로 가려면 갑자기 성에서 막 애들이 나타나서 막 그런다는 거야? 진짜 그 정신 나갈 것 같네. 1번.
The castle is closed to us, its doors barred. We could storm it certainly, but what would that accomplish? Our numbers are too few. We cannot throw men at the castle walls when they are needed to protect the village.
농민이랑 마을 근위병으로 공성전?
말도 안 되는 소리. 근데 도망도 못 가는 상황이야? 끔찍하다 진짜. 1번.
Once the village is safe, we will try to enter the castle to find the source of this trouble.
1번.
Will help us?
솔직히 뭐 도움을 얻으러 왔는데.
Help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with.
이제 모리건이었나 이름이?
Thank you. This means more.
모리건 넌 뭔가 모르고 있어. 이건 난이도가 쉬움이란 말이야.
Then return to your post.
난이도 어려움이면 내가 거절했을 거야. 근데 난이도가 쉬움이네? 우리는 충분한 힘이 남아 돌아 임마.
Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle.
그리고 지금 모리건제가 신경 안 쓰는 거는 내 정치적 입지에 대해서 전혀 신경을 안 써주고 있다는 거지. 나 얘네를 도와야 이제 쟤한테 공식적으로 공격을 할 수가 있다고. 안 도와주면 안 된다고. 2번.
Of course.
3번은 어차피 쟤도 잘 모를 것 같지만 일단 3번. 정보를 최대한 모아야 돼.
They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead, spirits possessing the dead. There could be several causes behind such a thing. None of them.
역시 저런 쪽 전문가가 있네.
이게
아니, 쟤한테 물어보면 안 돼?
지금 얘기해줬잖아.
그러니까 그냥 생겨났는데 몇 가지 원인들이 있지 썩 기분 좋은 것은 아니야라고까지만 얘기했잖아.
그 원인은 이제 들어가서 찾아야 되는 거지.
아.
이제 그 설정에 스피릿이라는 애들이 있고 디몬이라는 애들이 있고 그냥 영혼, 영체랑 악마가 있는데 이게 영계라는 곳이 있어.
여기엔 그런 게 있어.
그 영계라는 곳에 이제 스피릿들이 있는데 스피릿들이 이 현실 세계로 소환을 하거나 불러오거나 하면 악마로 변하기 굉장히 쉬워.
그게 뭐 상태 같은 거야? 걔네들이 뭐 따로 종족이 있거나 그런 건 아니고?
종족, 그냥 영혼, 말 그대로 영혼인데 이게 뭐 죽은 사람의 영혼도 있고 뭐 이런 장소에서 오랫동안 있으면서 이 장소에 대한 모든 걸 기억하는 영혼 뭐 이런 것도 있고 이런데 영계라는 곳에 영혼이랑 악마들이 다 혼재해서 있어. 근데 영혼이 이제 잘못 불러오면은 현실 세계에서는 악마로 변하기 딱 좋은 거지. 아까 플리메스 얘기에서도 영혼들이랑 얘기를 하다가 뭐 숲 그 늪지대로 들어갔댔잖아. 그래서 늪지대에서 악마가 뭐 나타났다 뭐 이런 식의 얘기도 영혼이 악마로 변하기가 쉬워서 그런 걸 수도 있어.
뭐 일단 그렇구만. 2번. 뭐 그냥 최후에 그거 공성전 하려고 했겠지. 아니 수성전.
The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense should things go amiss.
1번은 말도 안 되는 소리야. 이게 내가 볼 때도 최선의 방어책이구만. 2번은 당연하겠지? 2번.
We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villages if possible.
어차피 저 사람한테 병사를 뭐 2번.
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
2번.
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith.
진짜 저런 아이템이 있긴 한 거야? 이 세계관에? 있을 수도
있을 수도 있지.
강력한 유물도 있댔으니까.
뭐 실제로 카톨릭이 가지고 있는 성유물들 있잖아. 뭐 그런 느낌이지.
전투가 끝나면 어떻게 됩니까? 솔직히 안 궁금하긴 한데 1번. 그래도
Hopefully we can
정보는
find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
2번.
Very well. Luck be with you.
나는 금전적인 보상보다는 정치적인 입지가 필요해서. 호감도 하락할 것까지 있어? 뭐 알바나? 저 자식이 정치를 모리건이 혼자 늪지대에 살아서 정치를 모르는 걸 어떡해?
Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
방해가 된 건 아니야.
I shouldn't be such a crybaby. With Mother gone now, I have to be brave. I can't help myself. I'm so frightened. Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time, everywhere.
How terrible, you poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
아니 진짜 무슨
Now my brother
상황인데?
Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
그냥 그러니까 공포에 질린 시민 1위구만.
뭐 대충 원데드들이 잡아갔다는 뜻.
뭐 찾아볼게 하면서 같이 그걸 할 수가 있나? 이것도 퀘스트냐 혹시 아니면 그냥 대화문이냐?
쾌지.
아 이것도 퀘스트야? 2번.
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
와 돌아가셨는데 막 소리 지르고 그랬다는
Then
거는
he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
4번.
I understand, I do. I'm just so afraid for him.
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
야 호감도 계속 하락하네 무슨?
모리건 원래 호감도 관리 존나 어려워.
아 그래? 그럼 그냥 하지 말아야겠다.
We have no choice. We must pray and hope for the Maker's compassion.
I just hope everything will be all right. So many have already died.
까짓 거 쟤랑 안 친해지면 어때? 난 일단 드워프 마을에서 목수만 이루면 뭐든 상관없어. 그걸 위해 정치적 입지건 뭐건 전부 다 갖고 말 거야. 그걸 위해서라면.
I don't want to think about that.
근데 적어도 돈은 그런데 별로 의미가 없단 말이지.
So what can we do? Leave? Try to get out of the village?
And abandon everyone? No, we fight. We've no other choice.
맞긴 해.
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
그럼 차라리 나중에 이거 할 때 그러니까 그 뭐지? 뭔 퀘스트를 받고 싶어도 이걸 해야 될 때 모리건을 차라리 그 파티에 안 끼는 방법도 있겠다.
맞아 그런 방법도 있어.
3번?
Could be that I did. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch. Mayor
좋은
of what's
자세.
left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
머독이라는 이름이 되게 흔한 이름인가?
적진 않지.
2번.
My men are certain enough as it is that they'll die tonight. They don't need me quivering in my boots. My death will come soon enough.
이게 푸치 신부가 말하던 행복?
Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
2번.
Morale's about what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened.
그거면 충분한 동기지 뭐. 자기 가족을 지키는 게.
There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop. The men's armor is nearly falling off.
장비가
I
안
don't
좋은 게
think
좀
we're in
그러네.
any shape to fight. We'll do
아니야,
our
활이
best,
그렇게
of course.
가격이 비싼 그건 아니니까
I
사실.
have my doubts. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
아니 그냥 창이나 만들어 나무 깎아가지고 뭔 칼이야 씨.
얘네 창이나 만들 수 있겠어? 야 그만한 쇠도 부족한가 보지.
야 나무로 만들면 되지 창은 그 나무 깎아가지고.
아 그냥 죽창처럼?
아니 장창병들만 있으면은 언데드 무리 정도는 다 죽이겠구만. 길목도
야
좁겠다.
장창병들이나 이따가 그 영혼 흡수 같은 거 당하면 그냥 꼼짝 못하고 다 죽거든? 몇 가지 질문을 하려고 하는데.
Oh, ask away.
3번.
Don't rightly know. We heard the owl was sick and getting worse, but after a while we heard nothing at all.
군사 전문가는 아니니까 그렇다 치지만 뭐 계획이 별로 없구나. 그냥 맞겠다라는 거밖에 없구나.
And those horrid creatures attacked the village.
아무나 여기 바리게이트 치는 법부터 알려주실 분?
Dying. It was awful. Good thing Bantigo.
그거 정도는 할 줄 알아야 되지 않을까 적어도. 뭐 딱히 궁금하지 않네 나머지는. 5번.
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
뭐야 쾌가 안 없어지는데?
그러니까 퀘스트 안 받아버린 거야 내가?
Something you need?
뭐 도와줄 거라도 있어?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
2번.
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He
고집이
demanded
있어서
we attack the
그렇다기보단
castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
1번.
I'd appreciate it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then?
뭐해?
풍차 옆에 뭐가 있다는데.
They say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kokari Wilds.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right. And they are right in this.
맞아. 감기에 걸리겠지.
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told me stories too. She was the one who kindled my love of the old tales and legends.
네 사랑 얘기는 별로 안
My
궁금하네.
mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them till they were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
저런 개쩌는 엄마가 있는 사람이 얼마나 있겠어.
아, 여기 마을 길도 그지 같았던 걸로 기억하는데. 이 경사가 길이 맞냐?
뭐 옛날에 그 뭐지? 계획화가 되지 않은 도시는 다 저 정도로 끔찍하지 않겠니?
Tell me something I do not know.
But you are always dressed in such rags. It suits you, I suppose. A little tear here, a little rip there to show some skin. I understand.
You understand I lived in a forest, I hope.
Maybe we could get you in a nice dress
야,
someday.
저 말하니까 생각난 건데 왜 쟤한테는 갑옷 안 입혀주냐?
쟤는 법사라서
Velvet is heavier.
아, 갑옷을 못 입어?
못 입는 건 아니고 지금 입고 있는 옷에 버프가 있어.
아,
With gold embroidery. It should be cut low in the front, of course. We don't want to hide your features.
Stop looking at my breasts like
맞아. 야, 네가 오히려 신경을 더 쓰면 저는 그러잖아.
And if it's cut low in the front, we must put your hair up.
야, 너 자꾸 그렇게 말하니까 좀 변태 같다, 야.
You are insane. I would sooner let Alistair dress me.
It'll be fun, I promise. We'll get some shoes too.
야, 여기 놀러 온 것 마냥 그런 느낌으로 말하지 말아줄래? 우리 지금 목숨이 달린 일 하고 있거든. 이 자식들 꽤나 정상 아니 그 뭐지?
어떤 놈이 나무를 이딴 식으로 배치해 놓은 거야? 이거 씨 보폭으로 올라갈 수 있는 거 맞아?
나 저거 저렇게 하는 이유를 아는데.
I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must
아,
admit
옛날에
I am
봤었는데
unfamiliar with
그거
the dressing
저거
clothes of your
나무
station.
파인 그
I do
모습을.
not wish to be rude.
산에서 계단 만들 때 저런 식으로 하잖아.
그렇긴 한데 꼭 그 발로 이렇게 해서 하는 계단보다는 잘 기억은 안 나. 아, 원한다면 날 칭따오라고 부르요.
As you wish.
진짜 칭따오
Thank you kindly.
그 몰입
I am
방지턱
Sir
진짜
Perth,
오진다.
Until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle. Or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
응? 우리 안에 들어가서 그거 해야 되는데. 3번.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
3번.
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
4번.
As you wish.
아니 뭐 굳이 도와줘야 돼?
도와주는 게
계속
퀘스트야.
하라고 3번.
도와주는 게 퀘스트야.
아, 지금 우리가 그걸 하러 가는 거였나?
일단
그냥
웨이브
우리
한번
손
맞고 그 다음에
잠입해서-
들어가는 거지.
아, 그게 순서야? 1번 그럼.
We have sufficient
난 밤 되기 전에 하고 나오는 줄
My
알았지.
knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach
야, 너 무장이 충분하다고? 야, 저 밑에 마을 사람들이 좀 도와줘라, 야.
evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
1번. 뭐 딱히 뭐 이씨.
That gladdens my heart to hear.
아니 바리게이트부터 세우고 입구 막은 다음에 저 지붕 거기에 올라가가지고 화살 쏠 준비나 하라고.
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the mayor, Murdoch, you should.
His militia is far more in need of aid than we are. As you
2번.
wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
야, 그러면 일단 대장장이부터 찾은 다음에 그거 해야 되나?
대장장이 어디 있더라? 대장간. 어떻게 가야 돼 저거? 집. 뭔데 여긴? 무슨 집인데?
Yes? What can I do for you? Very well.
뭐 훔칠 거 없냐?
아샤. 좋아 좋아.
랠리 하나 보고 연락할 걸. 씨.
아, 진짜 도적이었지.
잘 먹고 갑니다.
충분히 가치 있었다.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
1번.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough. Certainly not. I don't know you and I don't want to. Off you go.
4번.
My accent here says you won't. Just you try it, looter!
야, 공격 안 되냐?
Be gone, I said! Don't you try to come in here!
안 열린 거야? 아, 열렸네.
Make a breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
한 2번인가 3번 말 안 들어 먹었을 때 문 부셔야겠다 생각하긴 했어.
I've no money and nothing of value to take, as you can plainly see. So if you're here to beat on a sad old man, then all I ask is you get on with it. I don't have much to live for as it is.
키 좀 크다고 깝치지 마라. 3번.
What do you want exactly? Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
1번.
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
음. 3번? 갑자기 궁금해졌어. 그냥.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what, if you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
뭐 2번.
It would be better than going to my grave wondering.
1번. 나 뭐 시체도 상관없으면 그래?
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
잘한다, 모리건.
Promise me that you'll look for her.
that you'll bring her back to me if you can.
뭐 시체도 상관없댔으니까 1번 해야겠다. 뭐 유품이라도 갖고 오면 되는 거 아니야.
It's something to hope for at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
뭐 어차피 이런 퀘스트 받아놓고 안 해도 되는 거 아니야?
그거는 뭐 너의 선택이긴 하지.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally
뭐
doing
가다가
the
만나면
best.
하고 아니면 안 하고.
The damn fool is falling over a drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll send one of my men to inform Bantegan the militia is ready for battle.
(1번)
아니지. 아직 그 퀘스트 안 했잖아. 기사 퀘스트.
아, 그럼 뭐 어떻게 해야 되지 그건?
그럼 6번 해야지 뭐.
아,
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
모리건은 그냥 좋은 일 해주는 거 별로 안 좋아하나 보다.
Thou who exists in the Maker's sight.
약간 흑우짓 하는 걸 싫어하는 느낌.
Blessed art thou.
이게 왜 흑우짓이지? 이제 정치적인 영향력을 얻을 수 있으면 충분히 흑우짓이 아닌데?
We are grateful for that.
너무 좀 짧게 생각하는 거 아니야 모리건? 내가 이래봬도 귀족 출신인데.
그러니까 쟤는 그냥 아이씨 빨리 이 이문백작 찾으러 온 거니까 이문백작이나 찾고 가자. 여기서 시간 낭비하지 말고 약간 이런 느낌인 거지.
아, 나랑 목적이 다르구나. 난 이문백작을 찾으려는 게 아니야. 여기 있는 사람들을 내 편으로 만들려는 거지. 난 마인드 컨트롤이 목적이지 이문백작은 죽어도 상관없어. 3번?
Which doesn't include protecting innocents. Regardless, I am grateful the Maker
뭐
brought you
목적이 맞는다면야.
Allow me to
어차피 저 여기 창조주는 그 드워프가 믿는 신도 아니잖아.
head of
그렇긴
this
하지.
sanctuary, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
How awful this must be for you all. Is this everyone who's left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
3번.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the
아,
Maker's
진짜로 뭐
forgiveness
마력이
for
있고
sins
그러진
before
않구나,
they
이 사람은.
face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
진짜 뭐 능력 있는 그런 사람은 아니구나. 1번.
Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures. A shield only the Maker can
여기 뭐
provide,
힐러 그런 건
and
없냐?
that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you
마법사?
just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a
마법사
powerful
정도야?
thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
야, 4번도 협박 아니야?
4번은
4번.
포기지.
아, 그런가? 1번.
I cannot do it. I know that their own faith may inspire them, but these men need to find confidence on their own. I simply won't lie to them. Now please, let me tend to these.
플라시보 효과라고
I must
모르세요,
do
님.
what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
답답한 할머니네.
이래서 내가 재치를 키웠지.
재치? 아 설득 그거?
아니 그 활 쏘는데 앞에 지나가지 마.
아니 그렇게 컴퓨터인 거 티내지 말라고 얘들아.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
(1번)
There is still time before the sun goes down. If you have not yet spoken to Murdoch, or if there is anything you have planned...
뭐 다 끝냈지 퀘스트는? (1번)
Good luck to you then, and may the Maker watch over us all.
모리건이 좀 늪지대 출신이라 그 뭐지? 정치적인 그런 걸 전혀 모르는 것 같기도 하고. 언데드들이 어떻게 생겼나 보자. 보통 안개부터 막 깔리던데 그런 놈들 등장하면.
준비를 왜 이제 하는 거지? 오늘 밤에 온다는 거 뻔히 알고서.
아니 준비가 아니라 자기 위치로 이제 직접 가는 거예요. 될 때까지 그거에다가 생활을 해야 될 거 아니야.
아유 머리가 어디서 쳐맞고 있냐. 아 여기서 싸울 필요가 없었구나. 씨발.
죽겠다 야.
모래건 흡혈 있지?
야, 한 명 토스트 됐는데? 화장실 좀 갔다 올게.
attacking from the lake! They're attacking the barricades! We need help! Come on, we need to hurry!
야, 생각해보니까 이제 텍스처에 별로 문제 없냐? 이야. 지금 수비는 했고 들어가는 중?
다른 쪽 방어하러. 아이 부상이네. 아이씨 걔 애들이 돌아다니냐? 아직 상도 필요 없네.
야, 근데 걸어다니는 시체도 피 흘리네.
아직 피가 빠지진 않았나 보지.
따끈따끈한 놈들인가? 아니네, 안 흘리기도 하네. 아무래도 시체의 그게 아니라 그 아군 죽은 시체.
부상이어서 공속 개 느려 씨.
Dawn arrives and we survive the night. We are victorious.
야 장창병만 해놨어도 씨, 그냥 찢었겠다 저 정도 병력이면.
Great cost. We must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me.
그래. 계속 기억하고 아이 무슨 공작이었지? 그 개핸드? 아이 그 아이가 지금 국왕 되려는 놈. 지금 국왕 얘기 듣지 말고 2번.
Let
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe.
Murdoch of Redcliffe, Mayor and beloved father, we salute you.
You and so many others who have perished here, walk with he who is your maker.
그래, 당신들도 포스가 함께하길.
Long may you know the peace of his love.
이건 내가 대답하면 안 되지. 이거 그냥 연설 같은 거잖아. 3번.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me.
저기서 옆에서 쫑알쫑알거리면 얼마나 진짜 보던 사람 짜증날까.
Watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able.
그래, 이 소식도 퍼뜨리는 겸 그 회색 감시자들 아직 살아있다는 얘기도 해주시고. 애들 다 왜 번쩍거리냐?
이거 그거라서 버프 받았어. 릴리아나 버프인 것 같은데?
아, 쟤 버프도 할 수 있어? 도적이면서?
음유시인이라.
아.
전문화 포인트 있는데 왜 못 찍지? 아이씨, 아직도 못 껴? 힘 몇인데? 21이야? 아, 힘 2개 올릴걸.
아, 뭐 템 좋은 거 하나 얻었었냐?
뭐 좋은 것까지는 아닌데.
Odd how quiet the castle looks from here. You would think there was nobody inside at all. But I shouldn't delay things further. I had a plan. To enter the castle after the village was secure. There is a secret passage here, in the mill, accessible only to my family.
3번.
Perhaps I should have gone into the castle earlier, but I could not leave the village.
이유 설명하지 말라고 3번 하니까 그 굳이 자기가
Tigan, thank the Maker you yet live.
Isolde, you're alive. How did you... What has happened?
I do not have much time to explain. I slipped away from the castle as soon as I saw the battle was over, and I must
여기 성에
return
뭔
quickly.
일이 일어나고 있는 거야?
And I need you to return with me, Tigan. Alone.
2번.
What? Who is this man, Tigan?
You remember me, Lady Isolde, don't you?
Alistair. Of all the... Why are you here?
They are Grey Wardens, Isolde. I owe them my life.
Pardon me, I would exchange pleasantries, but... Considering the circumstances...
기사님 왜 돌아가세요? 기사님?
We had no idea anyone was even alive within the castle. We must have some answers.
I know you need more of an explanation, but I don't know what is safe to tell. Tigan, there is a terrible evil within the castle.
근데 얘 티간만 데리고 간다고?
And hunt the
말도 안
living.
되는 소리.
The maid responsible was caught, but still it continues. And I think Connor is going mad. We have survived, but he won't flee the castle. He has seen so much death. You must help him, Tigan. You are his uncle. You could reason with him. I do not know what else to do. He is an infiltrator, I think. One of the castle staff. We discovered he was poisoning my husband. That is why Eamon fell ill.
혼자 간다는 거에서.
He claims an agent of Terran Logains hired him. He may be lying, however. I cannot say.
3번.
For Connor's sake. I promised I would return quickly and only with Tigan.
Promised? Whom did you promise?
Something the mage unleashed. So far it allows Eamon, Connor and myself to live. The others were not so fortunate. It killed so many and turned their bodies into walking nightmares. Once it was done with the castle, it struck the village. It wants us to live, but I do not know why. It allowed me to come for you, Tigan, because I begged, because I said Connor needed help.
3번. 난 굉장히 의심스럽거든, 당신.
I beg your pardon? That's a rather impertinent accusation.
지금 인종차별하는 겁니까?
그 빨지 뭐야? 2번.
An evil I cannot fathom holds my son and the husband hostage. Came for help. What more do you want from me? Tigan, I do not have much time. What if it thinks I'm betraying it? It could kill Connor.
난 티간이 지금 죽으면 안 되거든.
Must I
미안하지만 끝까지 저거 말려야겠다. 아이 뭐 1번.
The king is dead, and we need my brother now more than ever.
이거 무조건 말려야 되겠다. 그 선택지 나오겠지?
Thank the maker. Bless you, Tigan. Bless you.
3번.
I cannot let Isolde return alone. Perhaps I can help Connor or Eamon. Perhaps this is really a trap, but this is my
이
family.
등신이.
I must try. I have no illusions of dealing with this evil alone. You, on the other hand,
그래,
have
우리
proven
데리고
quite
가.
formidable. Isolde, can you excuse us for a moment? We must confer in private before I return to the castle with you.
Please do not take too long. I will be by the bridge.
Here's what I propose. I go in with Isolde, and you enter the castle using the secret passage. My signet ring unlocks the door. Perhaps I will distract whatever evil is inside and increase your chances of getting in unnoticed. What do you say?
아니 그냥 얘 같이 가면 안 돼? 왜 선택지가 다 마음에 안 들지? 근데 저거 구라핑이구만 딱 봐도 이씨. 구라핑 아니더라도 얘를 혼자 갈 이유가 없어. 근데 4번 하면 그냥 거부하는 거잖아.
모르지 뭐.
그런가? 진짜 그래도 퀘스트 진행을 계속 할 수 있나? 4번 해도? 아씨 나 이 게임이 솔직히 말해서 게임 자체가 어차피 게임들 자체가 거절 아니면 그 확인 그걸로밖에 안 보이니까 이거 다른 그 좀 선택지가 없나? 걔 죽어버리면 나 아무 의미 없다고 여기서 지금 이렇게 똥꼬쇼 한 게. 4번.
What choice do either of us have? If your business with Eamon is important, you're going to have to go inside to find him.
He's right. Without our Lehman, we'll never get the support we need.
아니 그 양반 이미
His men
죽었다고.
can watch for danger
내가
at
볼
the
땐.
castle entrance. If you can open the gates from within, they can move in and help you. I don't think there's anyone else who can help you. If you choose not to go, then it's up to me to do what I can. Here is my signet ring. It will open the lock on the door in the mill. Whatever you do, Eamon is the priority here. If you have to, just get him out of there. Isolde, me, and anyone else, we are expendable.
선택지가 없다. 이 양반의 마음을 돌릴 수가 없다. 2번. 아, 그러면 이 성 누구 거야? 쟤 그 걔 건가? 그 같이 다니는 애?
But I can delay no longer.
그래 나도 말리고 싶었어. 근데 씨 선택지가 없잖아. 뭐 어쩌라는 거야.
I locked myself in a cage once when I was a child. For an entire day. Ah, good times.
Hello? Who's there? Is there anyone alive out there?
뭐야 시체 아니야?
Wait, you don't look like the Arlessa's guards. Are you from outside the castle?
2번.
There's a tunnel? Then why hasn't anyone in the castle used it? We could all have escaped by now.
2번.
Curious. None of this makes any sense. Not that anyone cares much what I think. My name is Jowan. I'm a mage Lady Isolde hired to tutor her son Connor. Until they, threw me into the dungeon here.
(1번)
You don't know? I thought everyone knew. I poisoned Al Eamon.
아 진짜 그런 거야? 1번.
I know it looks suspicious, but I'm not responsible for the creatures and the killings in the castle. I was already imprisoned when all that began. At first, Lady Isolde came here with her men, demanding that I reverse what I'd done. I thought she meant my poisoning of the Arl. That's the first I heard about the walking corpses. She thought I'd summoned a demon to torment her family and destroy Redcliffe. She had me tortured. There was nothing I could do or say that would appease her. So they left me to rot.
(5번)
You probably shouldn't. I wouldn't. I'd plead for mercy, but I'm not sure I deserve it.
4번?
I'm not sure. I think they intended to come back for me. But the screams, they just got worse. And nobody came.
뭐 선택지가 별로 안 궁금한데. 2번.
Lady Isolde was looking for a mage to tutor Connor secretly. Teyrn Loghain found out and he sent me. I was to use the opportunity to poison the Arl. I was told that Al Eamon was a threat to Ferelden, that if I dealt with him, Loghain would settle matters with the Circle. You see, I'm a Maleficar, a blood mage.
그게 뭔데?
A blood mage. Truly?
악마의 힘을 이용한
Never
애들.
have guessed.
아 그게 그 블러드 메이지야?
보통은 타락하는 엔딩을 맞지.
Forbidden arts, and they condemned me to death for it. I thought Loghain was giving me a chance to redeem myself. But he's abandoned me here, hasn't he?
당연한 거 아니야? 야 속죄하려는 놈한테 독사를 시킨다고 애초에? 닌 멍청한 놈이냐? 일단 2번.
Yes. When the Templars caught me, they brought me to Denerim to await execution. Eventually, someone came to see me, alone. It was the Terran. I'd seen paintings of him, so I knew. I thought he'd have me executed right there. But he said I could make up for my crime. He said I would be helping the country.
누가 봐도 딱 봐도 그냥 이용만 해먹은 거잖아. 근데 그런 말은 해줄 수가 없구만. 아 3번.
I'm not allowed regrets? I've made a stupid mistake at the Circle, and now I've made an even greater one. I'm not a bad person. There's no reason for you to believe me, but I'm not. I have to make up for what I've done. I have to try.
아니 별로 궁금하지도 않은 걸 계속 물어보네. 1번 2번. 그냥 다 해라야.
Connor had started to show signs. Lady Isolde was terrified the Circle of Magi would take him away for training.
Connor? A mage? I can't believe it.
She sought an apostate, a mage outside the Circle, to teach her son in secret so he could learn to hide his talent. Her husband had no idea.
아들이 뭔가 너무 뛰어나서 그러면 이 일을 저질렀다고?
그거보다는 마법사는 무조건 저 마법사 협회에 들어가야만 하는 게 법이야.
근데 2단 마법사로 왜 숨기려고 한 거야?
그 협회에 들어가서 마법사로 키워지는 거는 약간 수도원 들어가는 거랑 비슷하거든. 그리고 마법사들은 사실상 거기에 감금된 위치니까.
아, 등록만 하고 나오는 게 아니구나. 나 그냥
거기
자격증 신청하고 나오는 건데 그 자격증을 못할 그런 이유가 있나 했대.
거기 밖으로 못 나가. 왜냐면 혈마법 같은 게 생기면 얘네가 악마로 변해버려서 거의 한 명 한 명의 테러 단체급인 느낌이라서.
아, 그러면 국가 단위로 그렇게 관리할 만하긴 하네. 그 말 그대로 엄청나게 위험한 힘을 다루는 그런 거잖아. 근데 마법에 재능이 있으면 안 가르쳐도 마법을 쓸 수 있는 거야, 그럼?
그렇다기보단 마법에 재능이 있으면 무조건 협회로 보내야 되는 거지.
그 재능이 있는지는 어떻게 알고?
그냥 마법에 대한 뭐 전조 같은 게 있었나 보지.
뭐 그래, 그러려니 합시다. 4번.
No, she was adamant that he never find out. She said that he'd do the right thing, even if it meant losing their son, and that infuriated her.
2번?
I thought that too. Connor has little knowledge of magic, but he may have done something to tear open the veil. With the veil to the Fade torn, spirits and demons could infiltrate the castle. Powerful ones could kill and create those walking corpses.
그냥 문만 열었을 수도 있는 거구나, 그러면. 1번.
I never meant for it to end like this. I swear. Let me help you fix this.
I say this boy could still be of use to us, but if not, then let him go. Why keep him prisoner here?
Hey, let's not forget he's a blood mage. You can't just set a blood mage free.
Better to slay him. Better to punish him for his choices. Is this Alistair who speaks, or the Templar?
I'd say it's common sense. We don't even know the whole story yet.
He wishes to redeem himself. Doesn't everyone deserve that chance?
Like yourself, you mean?
Everyone deserves a chance to redeem themselves in the Maker's eyes. This man, no less than any.
I don't know. He is a blood mage. But this is an unusual situation.
Give me a chance, please.
얘가 뭘 도울 수가 있나? 뭐 못하면 고기방패로라도 솔직히 쓰고 싶긴 한데 이 일에 대한 책임 때문에. 3번.
You're letting me out? And what then?
4번? 일단 관리는 해야 되니까.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'd like to help out, but I'm not so sure I want to follow you into danger exactly.
1번.
Then I will wait. If you change your mind, I will be here.
뭐야?
걔 킹 받는 놈이라니까. 말은 다 발발은 다 털어놓고 씨. 그럼 따라와 하니까 잉 가기 싫어요. 씨.
야, 나 쟤 그냥 죽일래. 아, 진짜 죽일까? 잠깐 생각 좀 해보자. 얘 성격상 근데 짜증난다고 죽일 애는 아니긴 하니까. 오진성이었으면 죽였다. 쟤도 설마 동료냐?
누구?
저 혈마법사.
동료라는 게 뭔 말이야?
아니 그러니까 같은 그 팀원이야? 쟤도? 그 고용할 수 있는 거야?
그거는 아님.
아 그건 아니야.
이거 알려줘도 되나?
아 좀 뭐 중요한 내용인가 보네. 쟤 존재 자체가.
아이고 그렇다기보다는 누가 동료가 될지 뭐 이런 거.
그거는 아니 좀 아까 그 처음에 그 감옥에 갇혀 있었던 걔는 아무리 생각해도 동료의 냄새가 풀풀 풍겼거든. 난 솔직히 말해서 쟤 그냥 교단한테 넘겨버리고 싶거든. 풀어준다고.
어휴 씨 존나 아파. 알리스 어그로나 끌어라. 어이 죽었네. 왜 아직 안 끝나? 전문 훔치기. 훔칠 수도 있네.
훔치는 게 왜 필요한 거야?
뭐 스카이림 훔치는 거랑 비슷한 거 같은데.
아 그래? 스카이림에서 훔치기를 거의 안 써봐가지고 모르겠다.
얘 피가 왜 안 차냐?
Yes.
금이간 2개골. 이게 전투에서 쓰러지면은 부상 페널티 입는구나. 릴리아나 공속 봐라. DPS는 제가 더 높을 것 같은데. 어그로 하나는 잘 꺼내. 아니 걔들한테 다 죽네.
전부 토스트가 되어버리. 나이도 쉬운 맞아?
내가 이러니까 트레이너를 켰지.
이게 귀족의 싸움법이다 이건.
아이씨 자루치기 저한 거라네. 애들 다 무상 상태일 건데 이거. 아 텍스처 또 깨진다. 나갔다 들어와야겠어. 그래도 깨지네. 게임을 꺼야 되나? 좀 스무스한 진행을 하기 위해서 콘솔 채트를 좀 켜야겠어. 오늘 끝나고 좀 찾아봐야겠다. 내가 여기로 들어왔나? 와이씨 미친. 아유 드려 터졌네 진짜. 아 공격이 느린 것까지 알겠는데 왜 이동까지 느린 거야?
페널티 같은 거 아니야?
조금만 신경 안 써도 죽는다니까. 알리스타 체력에 몰빵 해야겠는데.
Why does that always happen to me?
What do you need?
아유 왜 가만히 서 있는 거야? 알리스터보다 모리건이 훨씬 잘 싸우는데.
모리건 딜 나오냐?
모리건은 디버프가 많아.
Nothing like a brush with death to make you
기절시키거나
like death much.
CC기도 있고. 알리스터 부상 봐라. 이래서 한두 번 죽으면은 그냥 계속 죽어 걔가. 지하실. 여기서 올라왔나 내가?
야 지하실에 그놈 좀 어떻게 한번 해보자.
아 아니야 지하 감옥이야 거기는.
아 딴 데야?
Allow me. I could do that for you.
내가 선택하면 릴리아나가 알아서 열어주네. 연애 편지. 뭔데? 후회하는 말레피카. 아까 걔 아니야?
걔 도망갔어?
아닌가? 아니 도망간 게 아니라 도망을 쳐서 일로 온 거 아니야?
아 그런가?
뭐야 올라와 버렸네. 그 감옥 다시 갈까? 어이 미친. 뛰어. 어이 뭐야? 아니 알리스터 왜 이렇게 약해?
왜냐면 보스랑 싸우고 있어서.
알리스터 니는 도망이나 다녀라. 아니 미친 거 아니야? 도발이 좋으면서 좀 애매한 감이 있네. 아이씨 진짜 쓸모없는. 탱커가 탱킹을 못하면 어떡하냐.
딜러로 키웠어.
아니 씨.
저 회복은 어떻게 해? 페널티 없애는.
뭐 어떤 거? 부상?
어.
부상은 부상 치료제 먹어야 돼. 아니 이거 너무 사기인데?
끌어오기.
당신의 모험은 끝났습니다. 아니 씨 이게 어떻게 쉬움이야. 미친 거 아니야?
원래 막 노가다를 많이 해야 되나?
얘 노가다 할 데가 어디 있다고.
뭐 퀘스트 같은 거 다 하면서.
아 여기가 이렇게 어려웠나 원래? 적이 개 많은데? 아니 이걸 어떻게 이겨? 아니 씨 말이 되냐 이게? 정밀 타격 해도 뭐 7, 8밖에 안 들어가네 데미지.
I tried to be merciful. Make a preserve us.
에반데. 일단 여기 있으면 화살은 안 맞겠지. 아, 너네도 싸워야지 뭐해. 얘네 왜 위치사수로 되냐? 원래 한 번에 싸우는 게 아닌가?
I shall do it.
이건 잡긴 하겠다.
아니 알리스타 또 언제 죽었어? 아 미치겠네 진짜.
야, 그 확실히 그 뭐지 드워프가 지금 딜을 잘 넣네.
지금 딜을 몰빵 시켜놔가지고 거의.
탱커가 아니라 딜러구만 진짜.
근딜러로 키웠어. 탱커는 알리스타 탱커라고 체력 개 많이 높여놨는데 버티질 못하네. 방패는 장식이냐? 재치는 감소했대. 얘는 재치가 감소하면 안 되는데. 공속도 감소하면 안 되는데.
내가 뭘 보고 있는 거지? 저게 저 동작까지 저 아들내미가 생각을 한 걸까? 아니면 그냥 춤춰봐 했는데 저만큼의 춤을 출 수 있게 된 건가? 만약에 두 번째면 저 사람 개쩌는 사람이다.
And this is the one who defeated my soldiers. The ones I sent to reclaim my village.
Yes.
And now it's staring at me. What is it, Mother? I can't see it well enough.
This is a dwarf, Connor. You've seen dwarves before. We've had them here at the castle.
Had them? For dinner, maybe. Looks like a tough chew. Maybe in a nice stew. Shall I send it to the kitchen, Mother?
Connor, I beg you. Don't hurt anyone.
Mother? What's happening? Where am I?
Oh, thank the Maker. Connor, can you hear me?
Get away from me, fool woman! You are beginning to bore me.
Grey Warden, please don't hurt my son.
야, 악마 들린 얘는 보통 그 이렇게 빼올 순 없어, 악마만?
뭐 진행해보면 알겠지.
어허. 2번.
Connor didn't mean to do this. It was that mage, the one who poisoned Demon. He started all this. He summoned this demon. Connor was just trying to help his father.
And made a deal with the demon to do so? Foolish child.
야, 너도 약관 안 읽어보면.
Deal. Father is alive, just as I wanted. Now it's my turn to sit on the throne and send out armies to conquer the world. Nobody tells me what to do anymore.
Nobody tells him what to do. Nobody! Ha 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 ha!
Quiet, Uncle! I warned you what would happen if you kept shouting, didn't I? Yes, I did. But let's keep things civil. This man will have the audience he seeks. Tell us, what have you come here for?
3번.
So you're a concerned well-wisher. Why didn't you say that in the first place? All the sneaking around and killing is so unnecessary. But Father is so very ill. We really shouldn't disturb him. Isn't that right, Mother?
I don't think...
Of course you don't! Ever since you sent the knights away, you do nothing but deprive me of my fun. Frankly, it's getting dull. I crave excitement and action. This man spoiled my sport by saving that stupid village, and now he'll repay me.
야, 너 쟤 이길 수 있겠냐?
아직 쟤랑 싸우는 건 아니라서. 알리스터 진짜 실화인가?
너무 몸이 약하다.
아이 뭘 빗나감이요. 아 얘 때려 얘. 아 그래 렐리아가 때려. 뚝배기. 구경만 하고 있는 거야 뭐야 저.
Tegan. Tegan.
어 뭐야 살아 있어? 나 죽인 줄 알았는데.
I am better now, I think. My mind is my own again.
Blessed Andraste. I would never have forgiven myself had you died. Not after I brought you here. The fool I am. Please. Connor's not responsible for this. There must be some way we can save him.
1번.
Yes. I didn't tell you because I believed we could help him. I still do.
Clearly the child is an abomination. There
있어 방법이?
only one way to stop it.
He's not always the demon you saw. Connor is still inside him and sometimes he breaks through. Please.
가끔 마을 사람들 다 뒤지게 생겼는데 가끔
You hired the mage to teach Connor in secret to protect him.
If they discovered Connor had magic, then they'd take him away.
그게 더
What
나았지.
if he learned just enough to hide it, then...
3번.
Upstairs in his room. I think the demon has been keeping him alive.
So if we destroy the demon, then...
then my husband may perish. Yes.
3번.
None. I trusted Logain. Why wouldn't I? How could I have suspected the mage he sent would be a murderer?
And Eamon knew nothing of your plans. Do you not realize what you've done, Isolde?
Eamon would only demand we do the right thing. I was not going to lose my son. Not to...
아니 수도원 들어가는 게 뭐 잃는 거야. 죽는 것도 아니면서. 2번.
Magic runs in my family. The ones who had it were all terrible, sinful men. I didn't know what to do when I found out.
And so you brought doom upon us all and death to your own son.
No. No, please. There must be another way. There must be something we can do.
아니 본인이 방법을 알고 그렇게 하자고 하는 것도 이게 아니고 뭔가 방법이 있을 거예요 하고 이 상태로 방치해 두겠다고?
해줘.
야, 당장 쳐 죽이고 싶은데 이거 선택지가 왜 없지? 난 우리가 어떻게 해야 될까요라고 저 사람이랑 의논하고 싶지 않거든. 근데 2번을 하면 또 그냥 질문일 거 아니야.
2번 다음 1번이겠지.
그러니까 어차피 어디인지는 그 목표 나오겠지 뭐.
I wouldn't normally suggest slaying a child, but he's an abomination.
난 꺼리낌없이 죽일 건데 미안하지만.
We can't kill a young boy, demon or no demon. Please don't say we're considering that.
그럼 어린 악마는 안 죽여도 되나 보지?
But he is also possessed by a demon.
그래 그 뭐 저기 대장 자리에 하녀는 뭐 그냥 사람도 아니고 자기 아들은 엄청나게 중요한 사람이니까.
What about the mage? He could know something of this demon. If he still lives, we could speak to him.
2번.
I would agree. Anything he told us would be of questionable value at best.
Can we do nothing else?
Killing the child is the quickest course, but to say there is nothing else possible would be a lie.
뭐가 방법이 있네?
Confront the demon in the Fade, though not easily.
What do you mean? The demon is within Connor, is it not?
No, it lies in the Fade and controls the boy from there. We can follow that
뭐야.
connection, however, and do battle with its true
뭐야
force.
진짜로 다른 방법이 있었잖아.
Enter the Fade and kill the demon without hurting my boy?
Possible to? Yes. Able to? Perhaps not. Entering the Fade requires lyrium as well as numerous mages to perform the ritual.
Neither of which we have. I understand. Can we do nothing else?
야 다른 마법사들이 필요하다고 하면 우리가 데리고 있는 마법사 한 명이랑 몇 명이나 필요한 건데 정확히. 2번 일단 딜해보자.
Save my son and you will be rewarded. That I promise. His life is worth more to me than anything. Even
가능하다면야 뭐 3번?
Whatever you do, do it quickly. There's not much time before Connor does something else.
야 너 이거 살리는 쪽으로 퀘스트 해본 적 있냐?
나? 내가 알려주면 재미가 없지.
아 그러니까 살릴 수는 있는 거지? 이게 마법사가 부족해서 못하거나 그런 건 아니지 딱히. 일단 그러니까 그 방법을 할 수는 있는 거지. 그게 궁금해서.
일단은
이게 정확히 해결이 되냐 그거는 상관없이. 그러니까 더 정확히 말하면 지금 내가 뭐 다른 퀘스트 같은 걸 딱히 안 한 상태인데 저 퀘스트를 일단 수락할 수 있냐 이거지.
지금 그거 하러 가는 거야?
아 그래? 그럼 일단 그거 해야겠다. 뭐 성공할지 실패할지는 솔직히 알 바 아니고. 그러니까 내게 나한테 필요한 건 저 사람들의 지지니까 하는 게 맞아.
어이씨, 너도 끌어당기겠으니? 아니, 어떻게 이게 쉬움이야?
I'll try to be merciful.
계속 배. 그렇지. 용기. 공격력, 물리저항, 정신저항을 증가시킵니다. 방패 뭐 좋은 거 없나? 방패 방어술. 공격 숙련도가 감소합니다. 방패 벽. 어느 누구도 측면 공격을 가할 수 없습니다. 이게 좋은데?
야, 마법사 안 데리고 있었으면 그냥 죽이는 선택지였겠다.
창조 마법은 뭐야? 오, 힐이다. 주문 보호막. 일단 힐이나 찍자. 다 비리비리 해가지고 말이야. 아이씨, 회복도 다 안했는데 이씨. 집사도 싸우네 씨.
또 죽는다. 안 죽었네. 야, 모리건 안 데리고 다닐 수가 없는데?
뭐 나중에 다른 마법사 나올 수도 있으니까.
뭐 그렇게 하겠지만 뭐 힐을 쓴다는 게 너무 지금 가치가 큰데 난 솔직히 저 성녀가 힐 쓸 줄 알았거든.
여기에 그런 거 없어.
I can do that for you. Allow me. I could do that for you.
죽음의 전사단 도끼.
엄청 좋은 무기인가?
받는 치료효과 플러스 10. 오. 뭐야? 네 엄마 부적 있다잉. 이따 캠프에서 주면 되겠다.
아 지금 다 죽이고 지금 지나온 방 다 파밍 중인 거야?
아니 여기 2층은 안 왔을 텐데.
아 그래?
샤. 나와 머리가. 힐 필수인데? 힐 개좋네. 이거 말이 안 되는데 힐이.
그러니까
힐량도 꽤 높은데.
Yes.
할리스터 이 새끼는 힐 안 받으면 아무것도 못하네. 씨. 얘 탱커가 아닌가? 사실 근딜러인데 탱커로 키웠을지도 몰라.
그럼 안타깝게 됐네. 나랑 포지션이 겹치면 안 되고.
나중에 더 좋은 탱커 생긴 버리게 생겼는데.
그러니까 이거 스탯이 뭔가 좀 애매해가지고 너무 지금 쓰임새가. 아이고.
Go away. She won't like you being here. She'll just try to hurt you.
누구를 말하는 거지?
The scary lady who speaks to me in my dreams. She's quiet now. She's never very far. I tried to stop her, but I can't. She said she'd help Father. I didn't think she'd hurt everyone. Honestly, I didn't.
아니 뭐 니야 그랬겠지. 1번.
She's a bad person. I heard her in my dreams. And then she was everywhere. She said that was why you were here. I want to help Father too. She knew I did. That's
아니
why she
됐고
came.
그 구마의식 어떻게 할 수 있냐고. 2번?
What does that mean? People always say things I don't understand.
1번부터 해야 하겠지. 1번 하면 막 미친 듯이 도망가겠지.
But somebody has to stop her from hurting anyone else.
3번?
I don't know how much longer she'll be gone for, but she's always watching. She won't let you near Father. She'll just come back again, and then just tell everyone to stay away, especially Mother. I don't want her to see me like this.
3번.
She won't let me go anywhere. Anyway.
이제 구마의식을 하고 싶은데.
No! Don't go near him! She'll get angry. She'll get...
오. 아 뭐야. 직접 볼 수 있을 줄 알았다. 혹시 그...
내가 실수했다.
슬라네시 신도십니까?
불러오게 하자. 불러오게 하자.
Go away. She won't like you being... I tried to stop her, but I can't. She said she'd help. She said that was why you were here. What does that mean?
She's a bad person. I heard her in my dreams. Sometimes she's nice.
어차피 3번 해야 돼. 2번 해야 돼. 아, 아니네.
Then she gets very mean. Demons
이름
are liars.
물어보자.
She won't tell me. She says
아,
names
까비
have
아깝시.
power. But somebody has to stop her from hurting anyone else. I don't know how much longer she'll just come back again, and then just tell everyone to stay away, especially my. She
3번,
won't let
3번.
me go anywhere.
네, 여기서 모르고 아버지 방으로 직행해버렸어.
이제 구마의식을 해야 되는데.
일단은 그러면은 그 마법사한테 한번 다시 돌아가 볼까.
Yes.
My son awaits your decision. Make it quickly. Whatever you do.
뭐야?
뭔가
발-
꼬인 건가?
다른 방법을 지금 너는 찾으려는 거지?
어.
일단은 뭐 그러면
그 마법사한테 얘기해야 될 것 같은데.
마법사한테 가보자고.
그 혈마법.
Alright.
뭐 공략 없으면 방법 알기 힘들고 막 그러냐?
난 근데 전에는 연계에 들어가서 했어.
어허.
루트가 여러 개라서 사실
뭐 쟤 이름을 저 악마 이름을 알아낼 수 있는 방법 없나?
그것까진 모르겠다.
그냥 전투 안 하고 끝내버리게.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
네가 할 수 있다며.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
You're back. Have you found out what's going on yet?
1번?
Then I was right. Connor somehow attracted a demon. That makes sense. What are you planning on doing? Will you tell me? Then what should I do? No, you seem to have everything. I'll stay here.
이거 어떻게 하더라?
What do you wish of me? If you must. 'Tis the child abomination you speak of from the haunted castle? If what you seek is to remove the demon from the child without harming the child, there is a way indeed. There is a connection between the child and the demon, one which can be followed to the demon's true form within the Fade. There, the demon can be battled directly. Only a mage may enter the Fade. It requires lyrium and a group of mages to cast the ritual, neither of which we have, yes? And had we those things, it would still fall on one mage alone to defeat the demon. No simple task, but there you have it.
전에 어떻게 했었지?
Is it over yet? Did you want me to do something?
방법이 없진 않았는데.
내가 뭐 놓친 게 있나? 아니 딴 데에서 딴 퀘스트에서 마법사들을 뭐 더 동료로 영입한 다음에 막 해야 되는 거 아니야?
아, 그럴 수도 있어. 뭐야, 찾았다.
아, 그래서 저 마법사를 제물로 어떻게 하려고 하는?
그
1번.
대장장이 딸내미.
그러니까 살아있네.
Sorry, I'm so frightened.
These monsters are everywhere.
다 죽었는데.
My name's Valena. The Arlessa's maid. Is she all right? What happened to everyone?
2번.
I don't know what happened. There was some talk the Arl was poisoned, that he wasn't just sick. They arrested someone for it, but then everything went mad. People started killing each other.
아, 네가 여기를 처음 오진 않았었나 보네. 처음을 여기로 오지 않았었나 보네. 이해할 땐.
I waited until
그럴 수도 있어. 잘 모르겠어. 근데 기억이 안 나.
stand it anymore.
이 2번. 그냥 빨리.
You know my father. I want to go back to the village. Is there a way out of here?
1번.
But the monsters.
1번.
I'll find my way. I can run fast and I know the castle. Thank you.
그래. runs like bullseye? 뭐 그런 말이 있는데 어디서 들은 것 같은데.
황소의 눈처럼 도망가라고. 그게 무슨 말이야?
어디서 들은 것 같아. 옛날 디즈니 만화 같은 거에서. 그래, 도망쳐라 도망쳐. 대충 그런 그 뭐지? 저 밑에 자막이 나왔었고.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
문은 후드려 까서 열 수 없나?
그러니까. 아유, 성 누가 이따구로 지었어. 근데 원래 성은 약간 이렇게 길을 헤매게 만드는 게 정석인가? 나 무슨 열쇠 얻었지? 아까 열쇠 얻었는데.
템창을 보면 되는 거 아니야?
다른 법사가 있던가 해야 될 수도 있겠다. 그리고 동료마다 아는 지식이 또 달라가지고.
I do not like this talk of possessions and spirits and...
I will bring the car.
My son awaits your decision.
You can find lyrium and more mages at the Circle of Magi, if they would even do it.
여기서 뭔가 힌트를 주네. 그냥 갔다 오면 막 퀘스트가 이미 끝나 있고 막 그러진 않겠지?
그건 모르지.
아, 진짜 그러면 좀 스트레스 받는데.
그것 또한 당신의 선택.
아, 원래 그런 것까지 연계되는 게임이냐 이거?
이거 그래서 내가 좋아하는 거야.
그런 것까지 연계되면 시간은 없지. 2번.
Then there's not much more to say. Something else will need to be done.
1번.
My son awaits your decision. Make it quickly.
1번.
Please, don't. It isn't his fault. He just tried to help his father. Why must he
애가
give his life?
쥐약을 먹었는데 부탁한다고 살려줄 순 없는 거잖아요.
Who says he gets to decide? I'm Connor's mother. I'm the Arlessa.
This is what must be done.
맞아, 당신의 선택 때문에 된 거야. 당신이 받아들여야 돼. 당신 잘못이고.
It isn't right. It isn't right.
잘 안 해.
It isn't right. Please don't do this. There must be another way.
1번.
No, I don't know that. You do this, and you'll be killing an innocent. His death will not make up for any of the others.
Go and do this quickly. We must save Eamon and restore the castle. I will make Isolde understand.
설득은 못 하겠지만.
근데 잘 생각해야 된다. 저 애를 죽이면 어떤 결과가 나올지를 좀 생각해봐야 돼.
애 죽고 아빠 죽으면 왕권을 저 남자가 받을 거 아니야. 이 영주권? 가장 그 친인척한테 갈 거니까. 저 아내한테 가진 않을 거 아니야. 아내가 그러니까 이 시대면 여성인데.
일단은 진행해보자고.
그러니까 저 사람은 나한테 긍정적으로 그렇게 하니까? 일단 내 계산상으로는 이상할 거 없는데 이게 갑자기 그 PC에 미쳐가지고 옛날 고증을 따지지 않으면 어쩔 수가 없어.
참고로 이 게임은 굉장히 PC 게임이 이름나.
I can hear her whispering to me.
아니 애초에 그러면 아니 그러면 야 그 애초에 그럼 그것도 말이 안 돼. 왕이 죽었다고 그 왕 그러니까 비? 왕비 그게 있었는데 그럼 왕비가 모든 권력을 임해야 되는데 아버지가 왕이 돼버렸잖아. 2번 어쨌든 선택지는 없어. 어차피 살리러 갈 수도 없잖아. 시간도
And
없는데.
maybe father can be helped. That's all I wanted.
뭐 녹음해야 되는데.
Just do it then.
응? 설득할 수 있는 게 왜 나오지? 일단 1번 해봐. 궁금하다.
But what can I do? It hurts. Please, just make it stop.
You'll never win. You'll never take him. He's mine.
아 쟤도 겨울의 소나기야. 죽어라 실라네시의 신도. 이단은 처리한다. 뭐야 이긴 거야? 왜 이렇게 약하냐?
얘가 근딜이 너무 센데.
Stop! Don't hurt him! Please, have mercy on him. He's just a boy. He doesn't deserve this.
2번 다시 한번 해보자.
There must be another option. The circle must know some spell, or we could bring him to the cathedral and
본인도 답을 못 내면서.
They could exorcise him.
An exorcism will not help him, my lady.
Make her help me. There must be some other way.
악마가 저 여자 죽였으면 좋겠다.
Baby, I'm begging you.
그렇게 못하나? 아씨 아쉽다. 1번
Don't ask me to choose between them. I can't do that. What if he was your son? Surely you would move mountains to save him?
내가 쫓겨난 아들이다 임마.
네가 하고 싶은 게 있는데.
응? 아 1번? 아니 근데 그건 저 여자가 죽는 게 아니잖아. 그냥 저 기절만 하는 거잖아. 여기서 피 흘린다고 죽지도 않잖아. 난 완벽하게 죽어야 된다고. 저 사람의 정치적인 발언을 못 해야 된다고. 그래서 완벽하게 저 동생이 그 권력을 이임받아야 나한테 이득이 돼. 2번
You're just like Tigan, standing there grim-faced and telling me my son has to die.
이렇게 시간 끌다가 악마가 깨어났으면 좋겠는데 말이야.
Like this. I order you to stop.
이거 그만하죠. 부인이 이겼습니다 하면 여기서 그냥 퀘스트가 끝나버리는 거야?
아니지, 다른 방법을 무조건 찾아야 되는 거지 뭐.
아니 난 솔직히 내 생각은 이 부인이 그렇게 원하면 지금 이 상태에서 어차피 악마는 못 나올 거 아니야? 지금 쟤가 기절했으니까? 그럼 그 상태에서 사람들 다 대피시키고 일단 여기 그러니까 관련인 몇 명만 감금시킨 다음에 다른 방법 찾으러 가면 되잖아. 근데 그렇게 복잡한 거는 이 게임에서 요구하지 않을 거 아니야.
내 생각에는 지금 너가 생각할 때 베스트는 뭐야? 다른 그 연계로 들어갈 방법을 찾는 거야?
아니 그걸 그러니까 시간 안에만 그러니까 이게 여기서 뭔 사단이 나기 전에 할 수만 있다면 그렇게 해서 악마만 잡는 게 베스트지.
그러면 일단 마법사 협회로 가는 게 내 생각에는 맞는 것 같다.
갈 수 있으려나?
갈 수는 있어.
이게 시스템상 그냥 시간이 흘러버려서 짜잔 우리 마을은 그냥 망해버렸습니다 이래버리면
그 정도는 아니야.
빡치잖아.
그렇진 않아.
그 정도는 아니야?
그렇진 않아.
그래? 그거 아니면 그래 입원해야지.
Thank you. Thank you.
나 그거 걱정돼서 지금 그냥 죽여버려야지 그 생각하고 있던 거야. 그럼 안 그러면 방법이 없어. 야 그러면 여기 마을은 망하고 마법사 협회 갔는데 돌아왔는데 아무것도 없네. 그러면 나는 빡쳐서 모두를 죽여버릴지도 몰라. 그냥 멸망하라지 카오스한테.
It's all right, darling. I'll find a way to stop the demon. Can you stand up?
Fool woman! If I crushed father's throat, would you watch? Would you cry?
사제가 아니라 아버지 같은데 여기서.
No, don't talk like that. Connor, come back. Please, don't go.
I'm sorry I called her, Mother. It hurts. Make it stop.
I will, baby. I will. I'll make the pain stop. Please. Leave me alone with him.
갑자기 포기해버리는데?
He can't be helped.
그러네.
뭐 둘이 도망가버리면 상관없지. 1번.
As am I. I am his mother. I brought Connor into this world.
아싸 개꿀?
Let me do what must be done. I beg you.
나 진짜 이 사람이 불리한 발언할까봐 얼마나 무서웠는데. 일단 그러니까 아무것도 하지 마십시오가 정말 하지 말라는 소리가 아니라 일단 우리는 나가 있을 테니까 알아서 하십시오 뭐 그런 느낌이겠지.
그거는 1번이고 2번은 이제
1번이야?
방법을 찾아봐야겠다. 약간 이런 느낌? 2, 3번.
1번.
Mother, it hurts.
아니 칼이 씨.
All right, baby.
저거 시칼 아니야?
그니까.
Close your eyes for mother.
그래. 안타깝긴 하지만 엄마가 책임을 져야 돼. 야, 피 흘린 거 좀 닦으면 안 돼? 1번.
Rest day of mercy on his soul. I wonder just how long Eamon will survive, now that the demon cannot sustain him. Will I lose my whole family, do you think? Enough. I wish to mourn my son now.
뭔 소리야? 악마가 뭐 놔두지 않을 거라니 뭐라니 그건.
악마랑 아들이 계약을 한 게 아버지를 살리는 걸 조건으로 계약을 한 거잖아.
그랬지?
이제 계약이 끝났으니까
아들이 숙주로 있었으니까 계속 있을 수밖에 없는 거 아니야?
응?
그러니까 지금 아들을 죽였으니까 아빠도 그냥 죽게 되는 거 아니야?
아빠는 이제 약간 그런 거지. 그 어떤 독에 중독됐으니까 저 마법사 때문에 이제 그거 때문에 아빠가 아프니까 아들이 아빠를 살려달라고 악마랑 계약을 한 건데
그랬지.
아빠가 무조건 죽는다 이거는 아니었던 거지.
그러니까 악마의 그 뭐 술법으로 억지로 목숨을 살려놓고 있었던 거 아닌가? 강제로 그러니까 목숨만 살려놓고 있었던 거 아닌가? 그게 악마의 방법일 텐데.
뭐 꼭 그랬던 건 아닌가?
My son, your nephew, is dead. Do not forget that in your great relief, Tigan.
How could I, my lady? Eamon has much to mourn if he.
아, 뭐 하여튼 아빠는 살았구나.
저 독약 때문에 이제 아팠던 거니까.
I must decide what becomes of him. We will hold him for Eamon to decide his fate. If he doesn't recover, Jowan's fate is sealed. What do you think?
왜 지금 안 죽이고? 1번. 이건 님들이 처리하면 되죠. 1번 하자.
You know what he has done better than I do even.
아. 그걸 알려줘야 될 것 같은데. 아니 그럼 5번.
Very well. I shall have the mage imprisoned again for now. But our task is not done yet. Whatever the demon did to my brother, it seems to have spared his life, but he remains comatose. We cannot wake him.
The urn of sacred ashes will save Eamon.
아 유골함이 진짜로 있는 거 아니야?
모르지 그건.
그러니까 이거 뭐 퀘스트라도 받으면 재밌을 것 같은데. 나 1번 할래.
Thank you. I am grateful for your eagerness to help us.
나도 퀘스팅 나이트 할래.
The scholar in Dennerham. He has been researching the
그래, 저 사람들이 못 따라왔다며. 오, 야, 나 재밌겠다. 유골함 퀘스트.
Perhaps the maker will lead you to him.
I must go to the hall and begin rebuilding.
유물이면 꽤 강력한 힘이 있지 않을까?
And may the maker go with you.
오, 개꿀.
모리간 유물 찾으러 간다니까 그냥 개 좋아하는 거 봐라.
아, 모리간은 어감도 왜 올라?
제가 약간 그런 거에 미쳐 있어가지고.
쟤 나랑 좀 취미는 같은 듯. 나도 그 성스러운 유물의 힘을 보고 싶거든. 근데 저렇게까지 다 해놨는데? 일단 내가 그 좀 목적으로 한 바는 다 이룬 것 같아 이 마을에서.
I shall do it.
유물함 그거 뭐지? 그거까지 가져다 주면 되게 좋아하겠다. 그리고 앞으로 저기 뭐지? 거기 뭐 어디 백작 하여간 그쪽이랑 뭔가 분쟁이 있었을 때 이 공작들은 내 편을 들어줄 확률이 굉장히 높아졌지. 그리고 가장 지금 내가 일 처리가 마음에 드는 건 그 어머니가 나한테 우리 파티한테 그 원한을 안 갖게 됐다는 거야. 그게 지금 가장 마음에 들어. 그래서 난 혹시 이거 자살이라도 해버리나 생각은 했지만 그 끝까지 책임을 갖고 그래도 살아남겠다는 그 자세도 마음에 들고. 1번.
Yes, I know. I've had some time to think about it now. You killed Connor. You killed him.
내가 죽였냐?
Boy, how could you do that?
(4번)
Oh, I'm not saying you did, but there must have been something else that you could have done. Something. Anything that didn't involve killing a child. This is the Earl's son we're talking about here. What do you think he'll say when we revive him?
1번.
I just don't know how you could do it. How you could make that decision. I owe the Earl more than this.
2번.
Yes, I suppose so. And I'll just have to accept that, won't I?
내가 꼭 나한테 억지로 괴물의 피를 먹인 거부터 내가 먼저 얘기를 꺼내야겠니? 옆에 있는 사람을 죽여가면서까지? 생사를 같이 한 동료인데?
Yes.
얘기를 좀 나누고 싶어.
Well, here I am.
얘는 별말 안 해.
3번 해보지.
Yes?
아 궁금한 거 있었어.
Well, of course I do. I love stories.
다
far too
방랑신
much to
얘기는
keep
좀
them to
궁금함.
myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
뭐야? 아 저기 그 이야기들이야? 이야기들 하나씩 보자.
Chantry Law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In
맞긴
ages
하지.
past,
마법사들이
the
만든
Vinder
거니까.
Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it
뭐야? 그
forever.
신이 사는 곳을
Maker
공격한 거야?
cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to
좀 많이 돌아가는데
and remind us of our hubris.
그렇게 하기에는 야 어둠의 피조물 때문에 우리 마을 망한 거 몰라? 우리가 근데 그 자만심을 상기하게 생겼어? 일단 1번.
Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of All.
누굴 앞에 두고 그런 얘기를 하는 거야? 계속 해줘.
A long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot. Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle.
음유시인이면 노래랑 같이 해야 되는 거
For
아니야?
humans, the child they had left to die, they bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the grand tourney. Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney. But Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered. Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the grand melee. Aveline had already bested him in the joust, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees.
뭐야?
"Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
2번.
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Olay so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave.
전설보다는 그냥
All
역사구만.
women chevalier.
이때는 역사가 곧 전설이었지.
I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always told me to
그 좀 지인이 있거든. 그거랑 연관된. 2번.
Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Flemeth, mother of witches? Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in
되게
the
이명이 많네. 3번.
Well, if Flemeth really exists, she would be very, very old indeed. Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her
좀
loss
마귀 할머니 그런
and will
느낌이구만.
steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
일단 이야기를 다 들어야지. 궁금하니까.
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Haeva, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar.
이거 얘기는 그거랑 똑같을 수도 비슷할 수도 있겠다. 걔가 해줬던 얘기.
이거 까는 내용을 보리건이 해준 거잖아.
아, 이걸 먼저 들었어야 되는데 그럼.
And with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love.
1번.
Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasen tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Haeva, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds.
확실한 건 그 이 전설을 들어보니까 전설이 반은 틀렸네. 왜냐면 지금 잘 살고 있거든.
Begat her daughter witches, who even now proud.
사악한 계획이라기에는 회색 감시자들을 도와줬는데 뭐. 이건 다 들은 건가?
Which one?
엘프들 궁금하다.
I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in the land of their own. The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether.
그거는 이긴 자의 역사는 이긴 자의 것이지.
Exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter.
그럼 엘프들은 챈트리를 되게 안 좋아하겠다.
The elven city
데일스 엘프들은 특히.
and the elven state
그렇지.
completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became
데일스
homeless
엘프랑
wanderers.
얘랑 그
They were the
떠드는 거
elves
보면
of the
재밌겠는
Dales,
거.
the Dalish. Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the
여기도
world
초전이 있어?
when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved, and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker.
얘기가 자꾸 길어지는데 살탄? 아 다시 말해줘구나. 아까 막 얘기했던 거구나. 안드레스는 어떻게 죽었니?
Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari
그러니까
tribe,
인간들이 좀 연합하기 전에 저 안트레아스라는 그 뭐지? 저 첸트리 소속의 그 뭐지? 여성이 다 이끌고 통합했다는 건가?
약간 잔다르크 같은 느낌으로 티빈터 제국이라는 애들이 있어. 마법 제국 같은 느낌인데 걔네가 이제 그 황금 도시 침략한 애들인데. 이제 그래서 창조주의 계시를 받고 거기를 공격했다 이러는 거지.
뭔가 파워가 있긴 있나 봐. 아니, 근데 그것도 엄밀히 따지면 마법 여튼간에. 1번? 아 첸트리교 있구나. 난 몰랐는데.
Tevinter Chantry claims that in Andraste's last moments, Hysarian's heart softened, and he heard the voice of the Maker telling him to end her suffering. He plunged his sword into her heart, and as her blood washed over his hands, he became one of the faithful. Dissenters said that the Archon only converted because he could not stem the tide of Andraste's cult, and was forced to do so.
가만 생각해 보니까 그 아까 남자에게 뭐지? 탱커? 이제 탱커는 아니지만.
알리스터?
이제 다 말했다 야. 걔 마음에 안 드네. 야 만약에 말릴 거였으면 우리가 죽이기로 하기 전에 말렸어야지. 다 옆에서 지켜봐 놓고 이제 여기 같이 하니까 야 나 그거 마음에 안 드는데? 이런 식으로 말한다고? 일 끝나고 나니까?
그냥 화가 나니까 이제 나한테 화를 낸 건데.
What do you need? You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did. Don't worry. So long as and thanks for the warm.
아 화가 나니까 난 건데 내가 물어보니까
Ask away.
야, 그런 식으로 얘기하니까 죄송 이런 건가?
야, 화나서 일단
왜 갑자기 또
막 뭐라고
호감도가 하락하냐?
아까 대충 골랐더니 하락했나? 방금.
그냥 말하다가 그냥 취소한 거 아니었어? 야, 쟤 그 아빠 편지나 주자. 엄마 편지인가?
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
1번 하면 욕이야.
아 그렇지.
내가 옛날에 해봤거든.
찾았다. 그거나 선물로 주지 뭐.
This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. But why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
1번이지? 서재 맞지?
Oh, the Arl study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. Then he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
2번이자? 아니 3번? 3번.
Guess you could be right. We never really talked that much. And then the way I left. Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from his... When he recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. Huh. I'm more used to people not really...
일단 대화는 꿀잼이거든. 2번 엿먹이는 게 아니라 놀리는 거지.
그렇지.
2번 하자.
Ho ho ho. See this gesture I'm making? Can you hear that?
호감도 평균 유지하는 거 보소 다들. 플러스 됐다 마이너스 됐다 계속 그러네.
평균은 아닐걸? 아, 그래 많이 대충 많이 올라왔네. 그러면 뭐 다음에는 뭘 하고 싶냐?
유그람이나 찾으러 가자.
유그람 찾으러 가자고?
솔직히 전설적인 치유의 힘이 있을지 뭘진 모르겠는데 재밌을 것 같아. 태생이 드워프 아니랄까봐 아주 그냥 보물 찾는데 말이야.
테너림이 인카운터 한두 번 있겠는데.
거리 멀면 있어? 그냥 뭐 잡몹들이냐? 인카운터 같은 거?
잡몹일 때도 있고 약간 사이드 퀘스트 같은 거일 때도 있고.
이런 거?
첫
There are demands
컷신이다.
from the Banon that you step down from the Regency.
남작 동맹은
They are
누군데?
said to be gathering their
귀족
forces,
동맹 같은 거지.
as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards.
쟤 칼 신기하게 생겼다.
Assassin. Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
Will you stop eating?
응?
이건 인카운터.
뭐야? 들어본다.
I'm hungry. Stuff your face at camp. For now, watch the bloody road.
쟤들이 누군데?
그냥 도적 같은 애들.
3번.
이거 어디로 나가야 되냐? 약간 이런 식이지.
암살자나 만났으면 좋겠다. 그리고 아마 높은 확률로 저 녀석은 어떤 자비를 구해도 살려주지 않을 확률이 높아. 아마 만나자마자 죽이지 않으면 용한 걸 듯. 최후의 유언 정도는 들어줘야 되나? 그래도 난 귀족인데.
일단 오늘은 여기까지 딱 끊으면 되겠다.
유물을 찾아서